Hello and welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Brian Seymour.
And this week we're going to Spizzoil Dead Man Logan 1 of 12.
Yes.
We've got Ed Brisson on the writing and Mike Henderson on the artwork.
Yeah.
Both top notch. Like, I'm definitely feeling this creative team.
The way he drew Glob.
Oh, perfect.
Just amazing.
Absolutely perfect. All right, so I'm picking this up because you read it for the regular show and you had such glowing praise that I had to get on here. Okay, so this is taking place after the Old Man Logan series has ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for those of you that have not finished reading the Old Man Logan series, first, shame on you.
Yeah, yeah.
But it ends with a bang. It ends with Logan killing the Maestro.
That's not small.
Yeah.
That's not small at all.
Yeah.
And as any good sequel does, this picks up like literally after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. We start off, we're outside Fort Wells, Canada, and in the snow is a shirtless, half-dead Logan.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a pulse, but that's about it.
Teeny tiny.
And then you've got the Maestro in two sections. You have his body here and his head elsewhere.
So clearly, Logan won that fight.
Yes.
You can definitely say that. And Logan is found by a collection of ex-folk.
Yeah.
So we've got Forge, we've got Glob, we've got Cecilia Reyes, and I don't know who the fourth person is.
I don't know either.
Because they don't actually say, is it maybe...
Yeah, they don't really...
No, they don't say.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Jubilee, maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't...
Yeah.
I got nothing. But there's a fourth person.
Yeah.
And they decide that clearly they're going to take Logan. He needs medical attention. Yeah. Let's take him.
Yeah.
Let's also take the Hulk body, because you can't just leave those. People do bad things. People do bad things.
Yeah, we'd have like weapon hatred.
Don't talk about it. That's who Forge sold it to. Okay, so then we get like this awesome sort of spread of fractured time.
Yeah, and so instead of like here's your catch-up page.
Right.
Here's your catch-up page, but it's like all pictorial.
It's just stuff, all the things that happen. So we see Logan finding his slaughtered family. We see Hawkeye dying in the Old Man Logan future. Of course, we see the aftermath of Logan thinking that he's protecting the X-Men, when in fact he's doing the dicing.
Yeah.
And of course, we see the list: Butcher, Banner, Mysterio, Red Skull. Red Skull is already dead. A version of Banner is now gone. That just leaves one.
Yeah. And it's because Mysterio is such a crap. Like, he's not. You're like when you're thinking of like you're making your list of villains or like the worst. Nobody's ever like, you know what, Mysterio can take down the entire X. No.
You're like, no. And honestly, all right, shout out to Mark Miller. That's one of the things that made Old Man Logan such a monumental experience, because once you find out what happens, on one level you're like, that could never. Well, actually, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Like, why
has this happened?
Yeah.
Why have we never seen this before?
Right?
Like,
yeah.
Whoa! Clearly a peyote session in the wild was done to come back and be like, you know who's never lived up to their potential?
Mysterio.
Let's
write a story about that.
Let's go. Let's push it. That's okay. So
that whole scene where you're just like, like your gut, like your heart's ripped out.
It gets you. So Logan wakes up very, very suddenly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is exactly what this is. On his right hand, the claws are stripped of the adamantium. They're bone claws. On the left hand, they are adamantium. I have no idea when that happened. I was not following Old Man Logan's exploits, but I think it's a very interesting setup for him to have either or. Like, I could kill you with this hand, or I could kill you harder with this one. Like, it's
gonna one way or another.
Very real situation. So yeah, he doesn't wake up nicely.
No, like I think he was expecting to be dead.
Yeah,
because as they kind of describe, like the different things he's done to boost his healing factor long enough to survive that fight, he's caused permanent damage where he's just dying. Like, we know we've had that happen with Wolverine before. Yeah, but I think with this particular version of Wolverine, they're going to let it happen.
Yeah, because you've got the other one already coming back. Yeah, so you don't need Old Man Logan. Yeah, but the heroic factor of what he could be going through could be huge. I mean, this is essentially 12 labors. Yeah. So is this going to be the all-star Superman of Logan here?
I would love that.
Oh my goodness.
I would absolutely love
that. That would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. All right, so he gets up and he's on the go, needing his backpack because Logan is Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
He is. It's very, very serious.
Yum, yum, yum. Delicioso.
Glob has clearly taken a very mentor-y type role here.
And I don't think anyone really wants to mentor him.
No, because you look at him.
His eyes.
Okay, so there's this coloring process called a color hold. And when you do a color hold, you're essentially you're using color and adding color over the ink line work.
Yep.
And it is everywhere on Glob except for his eyeballs. Like, his eyeballs actually have the black ink line.
Yeah.
And it just makes him that much more pronounced and creepy.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. What's interesting, though, is, like, I almost think that he's virtually indestructible.
Yeah.
Because later on,
yeah.
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. All right, so, like, Glob is like, hey, I want to go with you. And Logan's like, no. I got things I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And, just trust. Like, I know I got a clock over my head, but you haven't seen the last of me. Just let me go do what I'm going to do. I'll be back.
Because theoretically, it's going to be a fairly easy task.
Right.
Because,
Wolverine versus Mysterio.
Especially when Mysterio doesn't know. Like, it's going to be an ambush of Mysterio.
Right. Like, he's not even seeing it come. He's just like, la, 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 stab, murder, death, kill. So, yeah. If you are a hero of, we'll say, harsh interrogation tactics, clearly, you can't just send word out. You got to go to where the bad guys are.
Yeah. And
you got to...
And press the flesh.
Yeah. Reminiscent of that scene in Watchmen where Rorschach goes and...
just breaks the dude's finger for no reason.
Couple finger breaks. Wolverine goes to the bar with no name.
Yeah.
Which... if you've been playing Spider-Man on the PS4, you actually know that space, and you take a picture of it. It's amazing. Wolverine goes in here, and it's a place where some bad folks are.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Nasty Boys guy. I can't think of his name, but that's the dude at the table.
You got that. You've got Tarantula.
Right. Clearly a heavy hitter.
Yeah. These are people that should not even get
not
up to
at
fight
all.
Wolverine.
This is you shouldn't. They should be paid to fight Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like, you tell them, like, hey, I want you to fight Logan. No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'll pass.
So he's like, look, I want to know where Mysterio is. Tell me.
Yeah.
And Tarantula, we ain't snitches.
I respect him.
You gotta for his stupidity. Wolverine goes through the whole bar wrecking shop.
Except for one person.
Well,
which is
it makes sense, but okay, I know why he said he didn't.
Yeah.
But clearly, she's the only lady in the room.
Right.
I think that Logan is an honorable guy.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go at a lady.
Right.
Like,
but this ain't no.
Well, because he don't realize that just yet. Clearly he's gone through the whole bunch. Nobody really has any information for him, so he's like, fine. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna figure this out. Tarantula does in fact know where Mysterio is.
And we find that out because Miss Sinister read his mind.
That's messed up.
Right.
So she's a telepath. Where does she come from? Is she Nathaniel Esse's sister, daughter?
It's something X-Men-ish.
Okay.
From when I wasn't paying attention. I just know that she exists and it kind of weirds me out.
Right? Because Mr. Sinister was not the most original name.
Yeah.
But Miss Sinister is even more derivative and bad, but whatever. And
but fun is poked at it later.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So cleverly. So she's like, hey, listen, Tarantula, much respect to you for not snitching.
Yeah.
You couldn't know that I'm a telepath. And so I was taking that information no matter what. And that doesn't make you a snitch.
That's not
just
a snitch.
to let you know.
I stole it from you. And then she stabs him in the throat while he's paralyzed.
Kills Tarantula.
Right?
So Miss Sinister, the Spider Slayer over here.
Yeah.
Brutal.
And I love the hard shift when you flip the page to Glob on Mutant Mingle.
Yeah, he's on Mutant Mingle. Listen, he's just trying to find some love.
Yeah.
Forge walks in on it. What's hilarious is he literally turns his head all the way around, which is why I think, I don't think he can die.
Yeah.
Like, he should have broken his own neck.
Yeah, and
doesn't.
But then he even face palms with his head backwards.
Right, which is just like, Oh my God, that's just so crazy. Because he does it like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
The thing is, Forge just wants to know where Logan is.
He's like, look, next time if you're gonna be on the internet and you need some private time, lock your room door. It's okay.
His eyes,
just giant balls of eyeball. It's really weird. All right, so going to where Mysterio last lived, which was the only information that Wolverine got, which really wasn't helpful because Mysterio hasn't been there for over a year.
Right.
How do we know this? Because Hawkeye comes and tells him.
And it's like classic our time period Hawkeye. So just chirping and
wanting to be a part of the band so bad.
Yeah.
But I love he's like, yeah, I snuck up on you. He's like, yeah, I smelled you a mile away.
Axe, coffee, and desperation.
He's like, but yeah.
Yeah.
You give that description, I'm like, Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's
Hawkeye.
right. That's about right. So he's like, look, I know where he is. I'll tell you if you tell me why you want to know.
Yeah.
And I find this a very interesting sort of move here because Logan very quickly does tell him.
Yeah.
He's like, look, this is what it is. And he's like, look, I want to end him. Like, I don't think Logan hides
I don't
any of that.
Yeah, and I don't think Hawkeye fully grasps.
I don't think so either, because granted, he doesn't say that he's going to kill him, but he says, I'm going to make sure he can't.
Yeah. Which sounds a lot like Murderized.
Which, in light of, Civil War II, and Hawkeye's willingness to 86 Bruce Banner, maybe he does get it.
Yeah.
But there's a very implied, I'm going to kill him, and Hawkeye doesn't address that fact, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we go to
a comfy drawing room.
Yes.
With a library full of books and a piano, a fireplace.
It's lovely.
Someone sitting in a chair with a smoking jacket. I think he's being given a wine.
It's wine from a very buxom bunny.
Yeah, iconic Playboy Mansion style bunny outfit. There's a little bit of
little flirtatiousness, a little, can I get you anything? Anything at all.
And then the whole facade is ripped away, and we really see Mysterio sitting in a chair at a mental institution.
He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and there's a woman.
Yeah.
And I think it's Pepto-Bismol that she's giving him.
I didn't realize it was a lady till later.
That took
really
me.
Yeah, I'll admit that.
It just makes it so creepy.
It does.
It just really does. And then Miss Sinister is the one that's there that kind of
interrupts the whole fantasy. How rude, okay?
Like,
dude is clearly in a mental institution. Let him have his fantasy, please.
How much further would it have went? And were the other people in the room capable of? Were they seeing it in the fantasy version?
Now, or that's the part that really will bake your noodle, and I need you not to stay there. I need you to get out of that place. Free yourself. Free yourself from that.
Because it's not the first time.
Clearly, because other people. I'm sorry. Oh, listen. Love is love. Love is love, right? Love is where you find it. So Miss Sinister runs down the plan and is like, hey, listen. What if I told you that there's a whole shift that is about to happen and you're the guy that does it? And Becca's like, no, I'm tired of getting punched in the face.
I get my ass whooped by Deadpool, get my ass whooped by Daredevil, get my ass whooped by Spider-Man.
Spider-Man offshoots. Like, Diet Spider-Man have beat me up. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm over this.
Yeah, because it was a Las Vegas dude. So Ben Reilly gets...
He was so upset. He's like, I'm tired of this. I just don't want to do it no more.
Stay in this institution with my comfy slippers, my Pepto-Bismol girl.
Let me live, okay? I'm happy. She says...
she tries, like, seducing him.
Clearly, that's not his bag.
Yeah.
He's got what he wants.
Yeah.
So he's like... or she's like, well, what happens if I tell you that... if we don't get out of here like in 5 minutes, Logan's coming to kill you?
We turn the page.
There might be grounds to...
Maybe the next day. I don't know. We're now in daylight.
Yeah.
Logan and Hawkeye are trying to gain admittance, and they can't get past the front desk because only lawyers and family members.
Hawkeye trying to use his Avenger status is proving faulty.
It's not working.
It's not only is it not working, she doesn't even recognize him as an Avenger. Right. She actually name drops Stingray. Yeah. That is rude.
Right?
That's rude. The only thing that could be worse is if she was like, D-Man? Like that, that's the only way worse possible.
Yeah, and this, Hawkeye's trying, like, he is arguing with her, he's trying to get through, and then Glob calls, like, all this is taking place while Wolverine is on the phone with Glob. Like, just if Forge wants to talk to me, just have him call me.
Just tell him to call me. Like, why didn't he call me? Like, that's just weird.
Right? And Wolverine's upset because his plan was just sneak in through the roof.
Right. Like, we could have been in there already. But no, you want to go through the front door. Okay, that's weird.
Just stupid.
Whatever. So we see Midtown South Police Department. So we're in New York.
Mm-hmm. Everything's jacked up.
I mean, wrecked. Okay, hardcore. Not even playing bad.
It's like the evidence room getting hit. Kira, like with the sphere. Yeah, it'll make sense when you read.
That's good stuff. And it's Mysterio asking, was that necessary?
Yeah.
Because he's gotten his costume back, but Miss Sinister has taken the point of killing pretty much all the cops that are in the building.
When Mysterio could have just Mysterio'd him.
And it would have been fine. Yeah. Like, it just would have taken the stuff. Probably nobody would have even noticed. It would have been fine. She's like, yeah, but I like killing people.
This Miss Sinister is gnarly.
She is not playing, okay? Like, literally, the Mutant Massacre would have absolutely succeeded under her tutelage.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that 100, okay? I just want that to be noted.
What I love is that as she's trying to get him to leave, she says, now let's skedaddle. She says skedaddle.
Who does that?
Right?
That's evil. That's pure evil. Wolverine and Hawkeye, they sneak into the facility that the Mysterio was at, and they get the rundown from his lovely lady, who...
They were engaged, I guess.
They were going to get married. She's very fixated on the fact that this woman took him.
Yeah.
It's very bad. And there is a guy here that seems to have total command of his faculties for being in this location.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he's either the least or worst.
Truth.
One of the two.
Truth. He gives the rundown. He's like, look, we're all crazy in here, okay? Like, let's keep that real. Like, that's why we're here. That's the thing. The lady took him. Mm-hmm. I have information. Information is valuable. What do you have to trade?
Trade.
I know what I want. That soda machine doesn't take, well tidings and goodwill. Yeah. It takes cash. Get me some soda and a candy bar.
And that seems like a fair trade.
It's not bad. Basically for $3, find out what you need to know. Yeah.
And Hawkeye punts on this too because he gets one with nuts. And he does not want a candy bar with nuts.
Dude has a thing, okay? Yeah. He's like, what if I had an allergy? He's like, do you have an allergy? No, but the point is, you could have killed me, okay?
And then there would be no information.
None, right? So Logan's like, hey.
Go get him a candy bar.
Go get him one without nuts.
Yeah. Which I think this is hysterical, like, Hawkeye is so...
He's getting crapped on so hard. Dude just want to give Hawkeye a bad time.
Yeah.
And, all right, so... Guy is ready. He's like, the lady, she was real white and had this red diamond thing on her forehead. Miss Sinister. Really? Was Lady Bad Guy already taken?
It's so taser face when you point it out.
It is. So she's like, look, takes Quentin and says, hey, you want to kill the X-Men? Crazy, right? Figures this is safer, to go with her than to stay here, wait for Logan to cut him up. Which is true.
Logan's there.
He's definitely in the kill factor. And so he's like, so where'd they go? Yeah. He's like, I don't know where they went.
Throw it.
I just telling you what I knew.
Tells Hawkeye to throw the candy bar out. He doesn't deserve it.
Yo, when Wolverine says you don't deserve candy, you gets no candy.
You get no candy.
You gets no candy. I would have cried.
Yeah.
Well, I just told you what I knew. Yeah, well, you didn't tell me anything. All right, so. How about that? Forge's laboratory, undisclosed location.
You don't know where it's at.
It's never good when Forge plays with stuff.
Right?
I don't think there's ever been a good outcome when Forge is like, let me try something.
Because it's assuming it's not at the X-Men place.
Nope. Someplace different. He kicks up a portal, walks through.
Yeah.
And ends up in the Wastelands.
Right.
Where would the Wastelands be? If not the timeline that Old Man Logan comes from.
Right? What is Forge gonna do there? Right?
I got nothing. I got nothing. So, Miss Sinister and Mysterio have arrived at an undisclosed location in the Pacific Ocean.
Once again, nothing good happens at undisclosed locations.
No. She's very keen on them being timely for this meeting because the people that they are going to meet don't like to wait.
Right. But you're like, Miss Sinister, as stupid of a name as it is a very, very powerful person. What would she be like? Yeah, why would What kind of game are they bringing?
What is this?
And security, as Mysterio points out, seems kind of lax. There's no guards.
What is this?
There's nothing.
She's like, look, if they didn't want us here, we wouldn't be.
Right.
Bottom line.
And another amazing page turn. Crossbones.
Yeah.
Sin.
Yeah.
And so from Secret Empire, one of the big things that I was left curious about was, yes, Hydra lost, but where did all the Hydra go?
Because they don't just disappear.
Right.
That's the thing. So here they are.
Yeah.
Gathered together. And Sin is like, so this is the man who's going to help me realize my father's dream. Whoa.
Right.
Now,
has Logan, in fact, put into process what takes to do what he doesn't want to happen?
Yes. And that's like, that is tragedy at its finest, people. I'm going to do everything I can to keep this from happening when, in fact, I do push it towards inevitability.
And in someone else's timeline.
That's the part
that's he's the catalyst.
Nutty for it to happen in his timeline. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Right?
This was a great read. Thank you for suggesting this one.
Yeah.
Please pick up Dead Man Logan because if you have not read Old Man Logan, the Mark Millar series, definitely go back and do that. Pick up the secondary series because obviously that's amazing.
Yeah, Jeff Lemire killed it on that amazing run throughout.
Jeez, so I got to get my life together. Guys, as always, thank you for being our Patreon members. We love you. Hope you had a great holiday.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to reading more good stuff and spoiling it for you. Tell your friends. Yeah. Actually, you should be buying some Patreon memberships for some of your family members.
It's the gift that keeps on giving year round.
Absolutely. I think. And we want to give it to you if you pay for it.